Yes. Today, I don't understand how we wasn't due from Canada for another week. Fine.
There's supposed to be a car here to take the two of you to the new house.
You're not coming?
I can't. I'm due at the UN.
Mom, found another one. Haven't even started the job, and already you're getting heckled. Nice work.
I think I liked her better before she learned to talk.
Heard that.
Judge Arbour, Jim Viss, head of your protection detail.
Oh, Jim.
Good to meet you.
I would hope that any continuing military force will be given very explicit instructions to go out and arrest people who have been indicted on behalf of the international community.
Richard Goldstone, the outgoing prosecutor investigating war crimes in the former Yugoslavia.
They could have thrown a dart at a crowd and hit a more qualified candidate.
Now you're exaggerating.
I'm entitled. I'm annoyed. The second genocide trial in history, and they hand it to an academic who has never prosecuted a single case in her life.
Technically, prosecuting is your job, Mr. Chief Counsel, not hers. But I'm sure the UN picked her for a reason.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm worried about.
Step through, please. Hey.
Hi.
You're in good hands with this one. Your assistant, Tina Cooper.
It is so good to finally meet you, Judge Arbour.
Oh, please, call me Louise. It's a pleasure, Tina.
We've got a busy day ahead, lots to catch up on. I've scheduled a lunch debriefing with your senior team.
Okay.
Thought you'd be starving after that flight, you know?
No, I think I like you already.
It's this way.
Think of Yugoslavia as Europe's Middle East, a religion-fueled powder keg. The Serbs, Croats, and Muslims originally were one nation.
Till Slovenia and Croatia claimed independence, causing civil war. Ah, lovely. Yes, thank you. But our jurisdiction is war crimes, and we're sure we can prove them here.
On all sides, unfortunately. Odon heads our investigators. They can't get complete ground access yet, but rough numbers.
2 million displaced and 250,000 systematically raped, tortured, murdered, mostly civilians.
How's the case shaping up?
So far, we have indicted 74.
Oh. And how many arrests?
7.
You're joking? In 3 years, you made 7 arrests?
Neither Serbs nor Croats will hand over their own. And we have no police force to compel them.
Come on, half of what's left of the damn country is crawling with UN peacekeepers. Why don't our guys arrest them?
Officially, NATO claims they haven't found any of them yet.
Oh. Unofficially?
Everyone is afraid of Yugoslav President Milosevic. War could break out at any time if he reacts.
Look, the entire tribunal started as a PR maneuver. The UN doesn't want to look impotent, but NATO doesn't want us setting legal precedents affecting their wars. We've only survived that long because we're not rocking the boat. We are understaffed, underfunded.
And chasing criminals who aren't meant to see trial. That's ludicrous.
That's politics. Welcome to the UN.
Maps, military histories, military profiles, and only the latest on everything you've got for this investigation. Criminalist reports, depositions, surveillance tapes, indictments, completed and in progress.
Okay, well, actually, I got you started on most of that already. I'll say this for the tribunal, we document the hell out of everything. How about I get you a cup of coffee?
How about you make it a pot?
As Serbian President, Slobodan Milosevic enjoyed a dictatorial rule over his country, despite insisting he had been voted into the job democratically.
Evo nas 11. jula 1995. godine u srpskoj Srebrenici. Uoči još jednog velikog praznika srpskoga, poklanjamo srpskom narodu. Turcima osvetimo na ovom prostoru. Ništa, polako, neka prvo idu žene i djeca. Doće 30 autobusa, prebacit ćemo vas prema...
He told the people of my town Srebrenica, "Leave here now, you have my word, you will not be hurt." That's General Mladic, he's a liar. 7,000 of those men were killed, and another 23,000 forced into exodus on foot, mostly women and children. Pashko, your interpreter.
Louise. I sure hope you speak UN. I have a feeling I could use that. It's the arrogance of documenting their crimes with a television crew. Apparently, they think they're untouchable.
So far they are.
The Hague War Crimes Tribunal has issued 2 indictments against Karadzic and Mladic dating from 1995. They charge the men with genocide, crimes against humanity, and violations.
I mean, most of the criminals we've indicted are living in the same houses they had before the war. They're in the damn phone book. Journalists have found them, and the combined NATO forces claim they can't. It's unbelievable.
No work talk at dinner, Mom.
Right. No more. So how's the new school going?
It sucks. Thanks for asking.
Okay, so how long do I get punished for bringing us here, huh?
How long is your contract?
I tell you, it's like I've been set up to fail, and everybody knew it but me.
You really worried?
No, but I'll tell you, it makes me angry.
Then they should be worried.
That's right. They should.
A crisis that continues today with more refugees, more killings.
Hebe, the janitor's in again. Get in any earlier, you might as well start sleeping here. Oh, I got the slides from Priador that you wanted.
Excellent. Tina.
Yeah?
Do me a favor. Will you take that box and take it down to the documentation room? And when the staff gets in, assemble them for a meeting there?
Sure.
Sir, I have indicted war criminal Radovan Karadzic in my sights, sir. Permission to apprehend. All due respect, sir, I don't think it's interfering with the politics of the region if we... Yes, sir, I understand. Let him through.
We salute you, NATO peacekeepers! We might as well be bloody knitting out here.
New rules. The UN limits our funding. We limit our focus. Starting here, we are dropping these cases.
No, you can't be serious. You're talking about men who tortured, castrated, and raped.
We can't afford to be emotional here. We don't have the resources to prosecute every case.
What are you proposing?
Legal triage. From now on, we focus on these 3 events. Tina? First, the Srebrenica massacre, Bosnia. The Prijedor prison camps, also in Bosnia. And the Vukovar hospital slaughter, Croatia. 3 of the most heinous, best documented crimes of the wars, agreed? Okay, who are the top people responsible for these slaughters?
For the Bosnian slaughters, that would be the general and the poet. That's what we call Mladic and Karadzic. But we've already indicted them.
And we're sure we can't arrest them, huh?
They're living in the French patrol zone.
And the French have made it clear that they have no intention of getting involved in any arrests.
Okay, let's just put a pin in them for now. Lights, please. Thanks. Vukovar. Your people have just uncovered a mass grave. There are huge amounts of new evidence, yeah?
Intel says it was ordered by the town's mayor at the time, a Serb.
Which means he likely took his orders higher up the Serb chain of command. Let's see how far we can follow that. No more small fish. Look, I know you've all fought like hell just to get the tribunal this far. I understand that. But if we are going to be effective, things are going to have to change. I'm going to Vukovar. I want to see the crime scene for myself.
Yes, understood. Waiting for reply.
All right, then. Keller's arranged for us to detour to Sarajevo on the way back, meet with the dignitaries and the NATO generals.
Good.
He'll join us there.
Yes, sir.
Last chance. You don't have to do this, you know. This isn't exactly standard procedure.
Fine. That's the point. Let's show them we're not just here to push paper.
You'll need to sit on that, Madam Justice.
Really?
Bullets come from below. Avoid a nasty surprise that way.
That'd be a real pain in the ass, wouldn't it?
Hvala što ste došli.
It's okay, we're here.
Gospodje, znam da ste vi majke i da razumete što vam pitam.
She's heard you're a mother. She knows she'll understand.
Izgubila sam sina mojega i 3 unike.
She lost her son and 3 grandsons here.
Želim da vidim njihove kosti.
She wants to see the remains.
The remains?
The bones.
Mislim da ih poznati.
She thinks she recognized them.
Treba da ih pokopati u greblju.
So they can be buried.
Tell her that we can't release them yet. They're evidence.
Not to her. She doesn't want them in storage. She wants them in a grave.
Nego naprav.
Tell her that we'll release them to her as soon as forensics have finished their work.
Biće vam prepušten, sam se treba poslušati, sve će biti dobro.
Vi ste dobra žena. Imam sliku da vam ponudim. Uzmite, molim, običajte mi. Majke za majku.
She wants your word, mother to mother.
Oh, hvala lepo, hvala lepo. Hvala lepo.
Have I offended Pashko?
His wife is still missing from the war. It weighs on him sometimes.
Do you think that's wise, relying on someone so personally involved?
That's why we rely on him. Look, this war is as complicated as any you'll hear of. You don't just need someone who understands the language. You need someone who understands the people.
Hi, I'm Camille Joubert, head of forensics.
Good to meet you.
Let's give you the VIP tour, shall we? From the state of the bodies, I'd say they were beaten first, pretty severely. We found blunt force and spiral fractures, and then they did a shoot and drop.
They made them dig a grave, then lined them up.
Shot them all and let them drop right in. Bulldozers came, covered it all up. Pretty efficient. The whole thing probably only took about half an hour tops. So far, we think about a third of the bodies were buried alive.
And you can support those forensics in court?
I look forward to it. You picked a good one to view as far as graves go.
And why is that?
I haven't found any children yet. In Tronopolye, I was digging out toddlers. I just talked to my team in Bosnia. There's still nothing.
How many dead?
My guesstimate is between 250 and 300.
Same approximate count as were abducted from the hospital. That's promising. You know, so far we have excellent witness testimony tying Mayor Dokmanovic to the hospital disappearances. And so now we need the evidence to prove that these bodies were those same men.
I think we could manage that. We found ID tags, catheters, even crutches. Most of the men were civilians or Croatian military, but some of them were patients, a few terminal. Bastards wouldn't even let nature take its course. Now, I'm no legal expert, but I'd say that breaks a Geneva Convention or two, wouldn't you?
Excuse me.
Come on, gotta get you upwind. It's hard to call anything around this place fresh air. This is as good as it gets. Here, chew, secret weapon. Spearmint distracts your gag reflex.
Really?
Yep. Unfortunately, the taste of spearmint will remind you of dead people from now on. Captain John Tanner, British Army.
Louise Arbour. A long way from your zone, Captain.
I move between zones. Keep track of where the bad guys are hiding. Part of my op. I'm impressed you came here. It's a good sign.
Really? How so?
Because there's a difference between seeing the shit and reading about it. Most you legal types are too detached, clinical. No offense.
Well, I'm as guilty of that as any. I mean, the law is so wonderfully complex that you don't want to cloud it with sentiment.
And I'd say you got your work cut out for you here. Good luck.
Judge Arbour, excuse me. So, how was Vukovar?
Oh, very sobering. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm not much in the mood for fake smiles and handshakes.
The generals have arrived. General. Judge Arbour, this is General Zelensky, commander of the U.S. zone in Bosnia, General Mortimer, commander of the British zone, and General Leverrier, head of the French NATO mission.
I understand you've just returned from Vukovar.
And I understand suspects from Vukovar and other crimes are at large in all your zones. I was hoping you gentlemen might help me understand that.
The situation is quite complicated, as I'm sure you realize.
Well, I can't try them until you arrest them. It seems simple enough to me.
Are we policemen now? I thought we were soldiers.
Any reason you can't be both?
Mogadishu. My people don't want to see any more dead Marines dragged naked through the streets. This is not our war.
Well, I'm not talking about war. I'm talking about war crimes, the Geneva Conventions, the very laws that separate soldiers from common killers. Don't you all have a vested interest in helping me uphold that?
How long have you been involved with the Bálcãs, please?
6 weeks.
Oh. We've been watching this region for 5 years, so we understand the situation just a little better. I admire your tribunal, Madam Justice, but we finally managed to broker peace here, and that is our priority.
Putting a few men in jail won't bring back their dead, but it might bring back the war. It's too risky.
So might making treaties with Mr. Milosevic while ignoring the victims. That's not peace. That's ceasefire. We're all on the same side here, gentlemen.
No.
But until you start helping me do my job, you're not doing yours.
Next time you're going to self-destruct, let me know, so I can get out of the way.
It's okay. I made my point.
The point is that the generals are running the game here, not us. If we push them, they shut us down. And where's your justice then?
I'm glad I can translate that.
Thank you.
Let's go. I'll walk you. I want to apologize for earlier at the graveside. I was unprofessional. But the UN has a habit of making promises here they never keep.
So if you don't believe in the UN, why work for their tribunal?
I signed on as an interpreter during the war. I thought NATO was our only hope. Instead, they watched, did nothing. And while I was working, Mariana disappeared.
I'm sorry.
I stay now because it's the best way to look for her. But listen to the generals tonight. They still protect Milosevic's men. What's changed?
Maybe they intend for the tribunal to fail, but I don't, and I need you to trust that. We're gonna work together. Well, we know how nervous Grandmama gets driving in the city, huh? You're right, Melanie. I think we just keep encouraging her. Okay. Yeah. You get some sleep. I love you too. Okay, sweetheart. Bye. Hello?
That was a ballsy move, questioning the generals like that. Career suicidal, but ballsy.
Captain Tanner.
Ballsy, huh? That's high praise coming from a military man. Although I'm sure the generals are calling me something quite different tonight.
Does it matter? Look, the generals mean well, they're good men, but they're not soldiers anymore. They're politicians. They can't help you like I can.
Help me how?
Let's just say my connections exceed my rank. You do have some allies out there, Judge Arbour.
You have obstacles. I have ways around them if you're willing to take a risk.
Think it over. I'll be in touch.
Here's the information you requested on Captain Tanner.
What's in all this?
Military profile. He's British SAS. Seems legit. Flies under the radar, mostly.
Born in West Virginia.
His father was U.S. military, took a post in London. The family never left. Oh, and that's a list of war crime suspects hiding in the Brit zone.
Tell Keller and Odon I want to meet with them. Now. I can get us the mayor of Vukovar.
When you say get,
I mean arrest, apprehend, otherwise incarcerate his ass.
How? He's in Serbian territory.
Well, according to Odon's investigators, he has property in the neutral zone that he checks on periodically, hoping to sell.
And?
So, we bait him. We make a phone call, say he has buyers, get him to visit it, and once he's there, he's ours.
He won't go there the moment we indict him.
What if he doesn't know he's being indicted? What if no one does but the judge and the three of us in this room?
Secret indictments? Well, that's not the way it's done.
Hence our fabulous success rate. The moment we announce indictments, the criminals go underground. Sealed indictments are a perfectly legal option.
go on.
So, we issue those indictments to commanders in the field that we trust. I know one, SAS. Outside the command structure, the generals wouldn't have time to block us.
If anything goes wrong, they'll come down hard on the tribunal.
But if this works, this could mean all the difference to us. I really think this is a gamble worth taking. All right. After Dokmanovic, we have room for one more strike. Who do you want from the British zone? Make it count.
For me, there is no question.
Yes. Milan Kovacevic, head of the Prihodor prison and rape camps. He must have taken orders straight from the poet of the general.
Kovacevic it is. Let's write him up. Under Article 18, we charge Milan Kovacevic with genocide, crimes against humanity, violations of the laws and customs of war, and grave breaches of the Geneva Conventions of 1949. Your Honor.
Do you two have any idea what time it is?
We've just finished writing up these indictments, but it's imperative that we move quickly, and these are to remain sealed after signing.
team in position.
That's him.
Green team, it's to go on the doctor.
Yes?
We're bringing them both in.
We got him. Yes. So, how'd it go? Was anyone hurt?
Doctor had some minor heart palpitations. He was cleared medically. Congratulations!
Me? No, this was you. We couldn't have done this without you.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
You hear that? Silence. The day's almost over. No reprisals from Milosevic. And we're heading to trial with 2 strong cases. The world is watching, Louise. Even the generals can't shut us down anymore.
Well, we shouldn't get too excited yet. We still have to win them in court.
Minor detail.
Well, I should be heading home, but my family still recognizes me.
By the way, I'm sorry for doubting you.
Really?
Don't make a big deal of it. It's probably just the wine talking. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Thomas.
Louise?
Mm-hmm.
It's General Levier.
Okay, put him on.
Louise, he's not on the phone. He's here.
What were you thinking with those arrests?
I was thinking about doing my job.
What part of European instability is in your job description?
12 Croatian suspects have turned themselves in since this morning. This is working.
Russia is Serbia's big brother. If NATO pushes Milosevic into a wider war, Yeltsin has already sworn involvement. So has China. War could weaken Serbia's hold on Montenegro, which would drop in Greece, Macedonia, Bulgaria. Pull this one string, madame, and everything can unravel.
We can't be sure of that.
We can't be risking it either.
Mr. Dokmanovic, you have been charged with numerous offenses stemming from the assault on Vukovar Township.
Gospodin Dokmanović, vi ste optuženi za ratne zločine počinjene u napadu na Vukovar.
Kako se zoveš? Kako ti je ime?
Paško Odžak.
Kindly have your client direct all comments to me.
Musliman. Sjajno. Musliman, Njemac, Amerikanac došli da mi sude. Ovo je sada izgleda glavni dio vice.
Ona je Kanadžanka.
Nema razlike.
Enough! From where did you get your orders for the Vukovar murders?
Odakle od koga se dobili naređenje za ubistvo u Vukovaru?
Kada ti je kuća puna muha, lete svugdje. Šta ti treba da čekaš specijalnu dozvolu da bi iznječio?
When you have bugs crawling all over your house, do you need to wait for orders to step on them?
So you admit to your command role in the Vukovar hospital attack, Mr. Dokmanovic?
Da li priznajete vašu ulogu u napadu na bolnicu?
Slušaj, ti si odrastao čovjek. Spreman za borbu. Reci mi koliko si ti mojih ljudi pobio za vrijeme rata.
Nikoga, bio sam prevodilac.
Znači kukavica.
Paško.
Reci joj, ja ništa ne priznajem.
Kaže ti, ne prevodim za životinje.
Kada neko ubije za novac.
Excuse me.
On je životinja.
What is he saying?
Ali kada neko ubije za državu,
What is he saying?
on je heroj.
Paško?
Ajde, prevedi joj, mujo.
Ti si seljačina.
What the hell was that? Paško, do you have any idea how badly stunts like that could hurt us legally?
I'm sorry.
All right. Look, I can't even imagine how difficult this must be for you. But I don't know, and maybe there is a division somewhere where you can be useful, but you cannot be in the center. And this is not a criticism. Nobody's going to blame you for taking a step back.
I would. I'd blame me.
But
I'm not like the others you have caged here like animals. I'm a man of culture, a healer.
Really?
it would seem that you have redefined the term.
War makes men savages. It's universal.
Men make themselves savages, Doctor. War is the result, not the cause.
Is this an interview or a metaphysics lecture?
You personally organized, built, and ran the Omarska, Ternopolye, and Karaturm prison camps, all in the township of Prijedor. Yes or no?
I was born in a concentration camp. Did you know that? Second World War. More than 500,000 of my people were slaughtered by Nazis and Croats. Where was your moral outrage then? Where was your tribunal for us?
You ran Omarska, yes or no, Doctor?
Those Nazis, those Croats, you think they weren't waiting to start butchering us again?
Well, what about women and children? Your men were in fear of them too?
Omarska housed one of the single largest rape operations of the war. Do you deny that?
Don't answer that.
It was regrettable business. I have a wife, lovely daughters. I never touched those women. How can I explain? I was following orders.
Orders from who?
You're asking my client to implicate others. Is there an offer on the table?
No.
No deals. Oh, Jim.
Jeez, is that all you have for tonight?
I thought I'd slack a little.
Such a rebel.
Thank you, Johan. Good night.
Didn't you find a box?
Pashko. It's all right, Jim.
Peace offering. Big day tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
A toast?
Come on. I thought Muslims didn't drink.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm so bad at it. You know, I got the distinct feeling during the war that God had stopped watching, so I doubt he'll mind this.
I don't know if he's watching or not, but if he is, he was hoping he likes Schlieve.
Oh, he likes.
When is it that hate becomes so much a part of a man that it defines him?
There's been a ojak in my father's village for 800 years, before your country was even born, and all the time there's been a Serb or Croat that didn't want him there. Hate that old can't be understood.
Yeah.
They aren't in the mind anymore, they're in the bone.
Where is it that your father was from?
Outside of Prijedor.
Near the camps.
The war was getting worse, shelling every day, and I didn't want Mariana staying in Sarajevo, so I sent her to be with relatives near Prijedor.
Pashko, you couldn't have known.
She would try to escape, to fight. That's just who she is. I wanted to tell you that I don't expect justice anymore. I just want to know where she is. I want the truth, that's all.
Please describe, to the best of your memory, events that started in Vukovar Hospital November 18th, 1991, and ended in a field 42 hours later.
Je završeno 42.
I remember Mayor Dogmanovic entering the hospital grounds with soldiers. He told them to leave the staff, but collect all the other men.
Ali da pokupe sve muškarce.
Potrpani smo.
We were loaded onto school buses,
I onda odvezeni.
taken to a farm.
Tada je počela.
It was chaos. People beaten and killed around you, so random.
But you escaped. How?
Ali vi ste pobjegli, kako?
Ubili su mog brata.
They beat my brother Pavel to death.
Bio sam ja.
I hid under him till morning.
Ispod njega sve do ranog jutra.
Oni koji su preživjeli smo uzeli u polje i smo
Those
ubili
who
svi.
survived, we took to an empty field and shot them all.
On whose orders?
Po čijem naređenju?
Gradonačelnik Dokmanović.
Can you tell us who it was? Thank you.
It was him.
It was him. Thank you.
So into tripping on a pencil or something and doing meatballs off the ground. So horrible.
Can you tell us what happened to you at Omarska camp?
Kažite nam što vam se desilo u logoru Omarska.
3 mjeseca u istoj sobi.
3 months in a room with 100 other men.
Tako stisnuti, morali smo stajati na nogama.
So cramped we had to stand.
When the guards found out that Ivica is your son, what, if anything, did they do?
Rekli su da moram izabrati.
They said that I must choose.
Ubiće moga sina.
They would kill my son or 12 other men.
And what did you do?
I što ste vi uradili?
Poljubio sam svoga sina I nikad ga više
I
nisam.
kissed my son goodbye and
Zaklali su ga ispred mene.
then they cut his throat
Prerezali smo vrat.
in front of me.
They're calling it the White House.
Can you tell us what happened to the women there?
Men would come, choose, night and day and night.
I was captured with my daughters, Fatima and Aisha. After me, they came for Aisha. That first night, a soldier kicked at me, pulling her from my arms. I could feel every little muscle shivering under her clothes. I said, don't fight them, just close your eyes. And then she was gone. She was 13. A mother should be able to protect her daughter from such things.
My God.
She should be able to protect her.
Let me do it.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart.
Mom, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
That was a lovely dinner, Mama.
Merci bien. I want to go out. I want to do something. Oh, I know. How about we all go to the carol service?
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
don't know, guys. I don't know that I'm really up to it tonight.
She's got a lot on her mind.
Yeah, well, she didn't even notice my hair.
Me, I like your hair.
Thank you, Grandma.
Any other incidents?
No.
Phone calls?
Nothing. I mean, my security detail's looking into it, but
I'll talk to them, see if they've overlooked anything.
it's okay.
This probably won't be the last threat, Louise.
I should take it as a compliment, I suppose. For shaking people up.
Are they shaking you up?
These trials are getting to me.
I warned you.
I can barely look at my own family. Other mothers have lost so much. All that murder and misery just to move some lines on a damn map.
As long as there are borders, there will be war and war crimes. That's why what you're doing is so important. You can't let anything get in your way.
I don't intend to.
Do you know her? She was in your camp. I've heard that some women escaped from there.
Please, leave me alone.
Her name is Mariana. She's 29 now. She's a teacher.
You all took losses. It was war.
Does he look like a soldier to you? Huh?
There's nothing I can do for you. I'm sorry. Bog mi prosti.
Nešto si ti napravio, to ni Bog ne oprašta.
Do you see the blood on my hands? Look! No blood! Vrati se! Vrati se!
He will claim he was innocent, that he was led by fear, duty, propaganda. But in the end, none of that matters. We aren't compelled to crawl inside his mind, unravel his reasonings. No, all of that is swept aside and spoken for by his actions. And we are left with two decisively proven truths. Innocent civilians are dead, and he is the cause. It doesn't get much simpler than that.
Žrtve su mrtve i on je krivac. My mother used to take me to the coast every summer. Those are wonderful memories for me.
Did she die in the wars?
No, thanks God. Years earlier, she never had to see what we came to.
I want you to promise me that you'll leave here.
The Hague?
The Hague, the UN, all of it.
And do what? go where? Bosnia? I'd be a refugee in my own home.
You have to make a new home.
After I find Mariana.
Judge Arbour! Judge Arbour! It's Milosevic.
Who's in charge here?
I am, Your Honor.
I want your report on my desk in 1 hour. Why was he not on a suicide watch? I want all the prisoners on a suicide watch for 24 hours. They must be.
Louise.
Now.
There's nothing we could do.
You bastard. Such an enormous loss. I mean, half of our case, you know.
Well, you still have Kosovo.
I just want to know that that's enough.
It will be. You'll make it be.
You have been such an immense help to me, right from the start. Why is that?
There was something you said in Sarajevo. The law is what separates soldiers from murderers. Let's just say I have been an excellent soldier, and I need to believe in that difference and protect it, even if all I can do for you is help you keep your head on straight to fight your fight, which I hope I've done.
Why the past tense?
I've been called out, transferred to another operation. I think some people don't approve of the help that I've given you.
You picked a lousy day to say goodbye.
No, let's not say goodbye for good. Let's just say goodbye for now. You're gonna pull this thing off, Louise. I've known that from the start.
Excuse me. Hello? He was on a damn suicide watch.
It wasn't suicide. I think it was an arterial block. His heart just stopped.
We have nothing left. We have nothing.
Home again, huh?
Camille.
I hope you have air miles, because I predict you are soon going to have an urge to want to get far, far away from all this.
Very soon, trust me. What are you doing here? I thought you were in Vukovar.
No, my team is. I have to testify at a couple of cases tomorrow, then send some bodies back to the Vukovar widows. Get them some closure if I can.
I envy you that.
I don't blame you. I'd rather spend a day at a grave site than a day in court anytime. Feels cleaner somehow.
Yeah, some days I'd agree. Hell, some days I wish I was happy eating bonbons and reading romance novels.
Liar.
I've never felt so helpless. I'm terrified we're gonna fail here, despite our best intentions.
That's another thing we have in common.
I know it's a setback going back to square one.
Unfortunately, the way I played it, I think we're just out of damn squares.
Nog een keer graag.
It's like climbing Everest and being kicked back down to the bottom. And I don't think I have the energy to start again.
But if you walk away from this, it ends with you.
Oh, Bashka, don't put this all on my shoulders, please.
Yes, I understand, but it is already on your shoulders. You will be replaced by someone more obedient. Then, after the world stops watching, the UN will pull the plug. And the tribunal will never succeed.
I thought you didn't believe it could.
And I thought you did.
So good in here. Those tulips are beautiful.
Found them down the street.
Those colors. Beautiful.
Louise, you left this in your study.
It turned out to be nothing. It was months ago it's been handled.
I know, I spoke to Jim.
Good.
But I'm not the one who found it.
Sweetheart? Oh, sweetheart. It was just a prank. Really, it was just a prank. Someone trying to scare me, that's all.
Fine. They all seem like pranks until somebody shoots you.
So, you know, I didn't tell your grandmama because I didn't want to
Will you
worry
stop
you.
treating me like I'm a kid? You know, I didn't have to come with you. Could have stayed with Dad. I left school, friends, a boyfriend.
Really, you had a boyfriend? Well, this is news.
Mother, please. Mom, I'm really proud of what you're doing. I hate that it always comes first.
It doesn't.
Mom, when you're here these days, you're not here. I miss you.
Okay. So what do I do to fix this, huh?
Well, you can start by letting me in more.
Okay.
And tell me the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to worry about you?
No. The UN has good people looking out for us. Okay? Okay. And no more secrets, I promise. Let's do something fun tomorrow. Let's drive to Amsterdam.
Okay.
Okay, we'll have some lunch, do some shopping.
Close.
On a hillside above a small village are sights you hoped never to see. Led by their relatives, I was shown body after body scattered over the frozen ground. Most riddled with bullets, many terribly mutilated. All were ethnic Albanians, 3 brothers here who grew up together and died together in their 60s, trying to...
So I guess we're not going shopping today.
As we approached the sunlit hilltop, the worst was to come. In a stony ditch, I counted 23 victims, mostly young men, the youngest perhaps 17, huddled together. Most had bullet wounds to the head. Slowly, those who had fled came here to find their loved ones. Look what they've done, she cries. It's a massacre. The villagers say these men were killed by Serbian police.
He's starting another war. The man must be mad.
And we're sure it was Milosevic, JNA that did the killing.
This is Yugoslav army all the way.
It's also fresh evidence. I mean, they haven't had time to bury the bodies yet, literally. It's access like we've never had. We need to get me into Kosovo.
So you're not giving up?
Well, I mean, I don't have a rousing speech if that's what you're waiting for, but no. I'm not giving up.
Or the rousing speech I need.
This is a UN laissez-passer. It gives me access to anywhere in your country. You have no right to stop me.
I'm sorry. You don't have the right documents.
Have you been ordered to deny me access?
Okay, come on, Louise.
Madame Johnson, how do you respond? Answer some questions. Judge Haia!
What are we doing? What has been the point in the last 2.5 years? Milosevic is laughing at us. He is pissing over everything that we have done. It has to stop. Milosevic is the president. He is the one that is giving the orders, and we all know that.
No. That path is madness.
Well, so is giving up on Srebrenica and Prijedor and the widows that I met at Vukovar. I promised these people that someone would pay for these victims. Someone would pay for these crimes.
You can't indict a sitting president.
No, it's never been done. But it is within the law. We just need to find the proof. He hasn't had time to hide his Kosovo crimes yet. He's too cocky. He's being careless. If there was ever a time to do this, it would be now.
So what are you saying?
We're going after Milosevic. These wars started with him, and one way or another, this tribunal ends with him.
Okay.
Do you have a message for the Yugoslavian president?
Well, I would ask President Milosevic why we are being turned away from Kosovo if he has nothing there to hide. It would be naive of him to think that preventing me from entering the country might prevent the criminal justice system from proceeding. I want a field office set up on the Kosovo border in 24 hours, and get Camille and her team in here before anyone has a chance to destroy the evidence.
Got it. She's on her way. Leave a security team. Cover up what we can't get to. They want no contamination while we're gone. We need our best team in Kosovo right now.
I talked to Silas at the Damascus site. He's getting his people ready to meet us there. He also said to give you this, and said that you'd know what it meant.
Thanks.
We've got reports of another massacre at a town called Suva Reka, and unconfirmed reports of 5 others, highly organized.
That's not isolated violence, it's a campaign.
The Western governments have threatened airstrikes if Milosevic doesn't halt his offensive. If that happens, my people on the ground will need to pull out.
I wouldn't worry yet, just posturing. NATO has never bombed a sovereign European nation before.
We need signed statements from as many refugees as we can get.
I'm already organizing it.
Good. And we need the evidentiary support linking President Milosevic and the others to these crimes. He thinks he can keep me out of Kosovo? Let's see if he can keep himself out of The Hague.
Hi. Hi. I think you'll want to take a look at this.
How did she die?
Ashka. You don't want to.
Louise.
It was a bullet to the back of the head. Camille swears it was quick.
She was in a rape camp. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to mourn. I want my wife. She was my grace, you understand? She was my grace.
United States forces, acting with our NATO allies, have commenced airstrikes against Serbian military targets in the former Yugoslavia.
They're going to do it. We are ordered out. NATO is going to start the offensive.
Oh, I don't believe it. Why now?
Perhaps your press antics ramped up the pressure on them.
Don't get excited yet. NATO doesn't want this to drag on with all eyes watching. This is the third chapter of this war. And how did they end with the other two?
Well, they made a deal with me.
From what I hear, Milosevic suspects we are hoping to indict him. So this time, you will have new terms for a ceasefire. He wants immunity from us.
Kiss all the ass you need, Keller. Just get me a meeting with the generals.
Okay.
Tell me what I'm hearing is wrong. Tell me we're not about to offer him immunity for ceasefire.
It would be classified, Judge Arbour. You know better than that.
How many free passes are you willing to give him? How many genocides does one man get to wage?
So what is it you're looking for from us, Miss Arbour?
Time. Just time. It's imminent that I prove Milosevic's culpability. Give me a chance to end this war in The Hague.
You've used up your goodwill here. If your operation is falling apart as a result, you have no one to blame but yourself.
I beg your pardon.
Well, you should. Livier, I understand he speaks for France, but Britain has always been a friend to this
Then
tribunal.
don't alienate us now.
We have come too far to stop, and I cannot do it alone.
You should have thought of that before you went behind our backs and made those arrests. I have done what I can for you, but you've made it extremely difficult to champion you or even help you. I am but one voice in that room.
What about outside that room? You can get me the intelligence we need. Use your influence in Britain. Don't just follow NATO blindly.
You don't know what you're asking.
Yes, I do. And I'm asking it. Because next time the leaders think they can break Geneva with impunity, the blood is on our hands, too. I don't know if you want that as your legacy, General, but I don't.
Good day, madam.
Louise, you need to come see this.
Thank you. Justice Arbour. Compliments of General Mortimer.
What is it?
All British intelligence on Yugoslavia. Phone intercepts, satellite photos. Everything we've collected over the last 9 years of war. The, General would like to wish you the best of luck.
It's got to be the biggest single transfer of British intelligence in history.
It has to have what we need.
Bad news. Milosevic is rotating his bank accounts, transferring half offshore. He may be getting ready to run.
But where? He's not exactly low profile.
No, but if Milosevic is about to be offered immunity for peace, he wouldn't even have to run. NATO would have simply trumped us. I mean, they get to him first. We never even get the opportunity to prove him guilty.
Agreed. So what do we do?
Well, we make our case. We get it served before NATO has time to strike a deal. They can't sign a peace treaty with an indicted war criminal. Milosevic is up for grabs. Let's beat him to the punch.
Let's put microfiche over here. Hard copies with Tina.
Don't let excitement overrun accuracy here. It's just like any other murder case. Lives or dies on the evidence, so let's make it solid.
I've got aerial photographs over Kosovo.
What of?
Looks like refugees being stripped of their identity papers.
The Yugoslav troops confiscating their belongings.
Good. See if you can ID the unit.
Still hot, I think.
You're a lifesaver.
Is there anything else you need me to do? File, photocopy? I won't screw up, I swear.
No.
I need some translation. I think we've got an MUP police commander giving orders here.
Tina,
Yep.
call HR. We need 5 more interpreters by tomorrow morning.
Okay, but I'm on it.
Louise, over here.
Thank you. What is it?
Satellite images of a grave in progress. I thought they were burying the bodies. But look, they're digging them up.
Thomas?
Yes?
Obscuring guilt by moving bodies. Can we identify those victims?
No, but it looks like freezer trucks they're using.
Hang on. We might have something on that. Transcript just started coming in from a Suvareka camp. And I think I remember. Here. One of the refugees interviewed says he was ordered to dig up some bodies and put them on a freezer truck.
Where were they going?
I didn't know, says. I just loaded the truck and it was driven away. But the victims were definitely from the Suvareka massacre.
I want that truck found.
I just found footage from a drone over Suvareka 2 days after the massacre.
Incredible detail. How close can you get?
Stop. It says Polizia.
But he's no cop. That's an M70 with a folding stock. These guys are special forces. Milosevic is elite.
Taking away the evidence.
Keep following. Where are we?
Belgrade. Give me that Belgrade map.
What the hell are they doing in the capital? Thomas, what's this building right here?
You're not going to believe this, but I need a police station.
That's where his special forces train.
Yes.
They brought the bodies to Milosevic's own property.
We got him.
Yes. For crimes against humanity, but we need more evidence for genocide. We need more time.
And give the politicians time to yank him out from under us? No, we go forward. Anybody else feel like indicting a president? Sub 54. At all times relevant to this indictment, Slobodan Milosevic was required to abide by the laws, the Geneva Conventions of 1949. All conduct charged as crimes against humanity were part of a widespread or systematic attack directed against the Bosnian Muslim, Bosnian Croat, and other non-Serb civilians. Rashko? Now it's just the victim roll call.
Popeye Abdullah, 18. Azemi Banosh, 13. Emeni Ayet, 20. Imeri Murtef, 2. Yakupi Mehmet, 14.
Your wife's name was Mariana Olchak. It's the first name we're putting on the list.
Mariana Ojak, 29. Osmani Fadik, 35. Ramadani Murat, 16. Kashi Fader, 46. Sheikh Aref, 36. Popeye Abdullah, 18.
Always a continuing pleasure, Judge Arbour.
Today we have history.
Sealed like the others?
No, with this one we go wide.
I think this morning we forego the coffee for champagne.
Mr. President, I wanted you to be the first to know we're going ahead with an unprecedented indictment. It's my understanding that a ceasefire negotiation may be underway, sir. Yes. Compelled to let you know, Mr. Prime Minister, that Slobodan Milosevic has been officially indicted for crimes against humanity. So any negotiations that may be underway right now must. At noon today, President Slobodan Milosevic was indicted on the charge of crimes against humanity. Specifically, murder, deportations and persecutions, and the violations of the laws and customs of war. Arrest warrants have been issued and will be served on all member states of the United Nations. We are still actively investigating other incidents in Kosovo, Croatia, and Bosnia. are continuing to develop an evidentiary base upon which I believe we will be able to expand upon the present charges. Such a relief to get away from those damn cameras, huh? I never want to have my picture taken again.
Yeah, but making history will tend to do that. I have a goodbye gift for you.
Pashko.
Mariana wore these always. Gave me one the day I left her and told me the next time they were a pair, we would be together again. I don't know, it doesn't feel right to have them both now. Please.
I don't know how to say thank you.
Say, hvala.
Hvala.
Just before dawn, a convoy of vehicles took the man who ruled Yugoslavia for 13 years to prison. The ex-president was taken to Belgrade's central prison. There he will be held and questioned, while investigators prepare an array of charges, including corruption to the tune of $100 million